It's a sharp mini-split air conditioner. And one of our viewers from Bangladesh has asked about this error code appearing on their unit. We'll now provide complete details about why this error is occurring, because we currently don't have such a unit showing this error code. The operation light, timer light, and plasma cluster light are all blinking. However, the main one is the timer light, while the operation light serves as a secondary indicator. If the plasma cluster light is blinking, it doesn't hold much significance. Now, let's look into how the operation light and timer light are blinking in combination on the display. Now, let's analyze how this error code pattern or combination is being formed. Once we understand this, we can identify the specific error code. First, we'll observe the timer light because it is the primary light. In all error codes, the timer light will always blink. Next, we focus on the operation light. At one moment, it will blink, and at another, it won't. By following this sequence, we determine which error code is being displayed. Here's how it works. When the timer light blinks, the operation light does not blink. On the second blink of the timer light, the operation light will also blink. On the third blink of the timer light, the operation light blinks again. On the fourth blink, there is no blinking, and at the end, the operation light will blink. This sequence forms the pattern that corresponds to a specific error code. Now let's move to the outdoor unit, as the issue seems to be with it. Now let's look at the sharp outdoor unit in this situation. If such an issue arises, it could indicate a fault in the PCB or the compressor itself. Let me explain the possible causes related to the compressor. 1. If the connections to the IPM or PCB are incorrect, this issue can occur. 2. If the compressor itself is damaged, it could also cause this problem. Here's how compressor faults can manifest. Mechanically, if the compressor is jammed, this issue will arise. Electrically, a fault in the compressor can also lead to the same problem. The specific fault here is called abnormal compressor rotation, which means the PCB is unable to detect the compressor's rotation properly. In this case, the PCB interprets it as an abnormal rotation and registers it as a fault. Even if you correctly connect the PCB but fail to properly connect the compressor, this issue will persist. Now, if we talk about the PCB, it can also cause this issue if it's faulty. 1. IPM short circuit. If the IPM gets short-circuited and heavily damaged, the entire PCB stops functioning, which might lead to a different error code. However, in some cases, the IPM might be short-circuited, but the PCB fails to detect it. When the PCB tries to drive the IPM in this state, the IPM won't work, and the compressor will also fail to start. This results in the abnormal compressor rotation error. 2. Feedback system issue. Even if the IPM is fine, a malfunction in the feedback system can cause problems. The feedback from the compressor, U, V, W phases, is routed through 3 capacitors on the PCB. These capacitors are part of the feedback loop connected to the microcontroller. If the feedback system is faulty, the microcontroller cannot properly sense the compressor's operation, which disrupts the system and causes this error. 3. Microcontroller or related components. If there's an issue with the microcontroller or its associated components, even a minor damaged component can cause the problem. However, such issues are less common because most faults occur in the high-side circuitry or the capacitors involved in the feedback system. From my experience, the compressor windings often fail, or the compressor itself becomes locked or jammed, leading to this error. But remember, the PCB issues described earlier can also cause the same problem, as explained. So, these are the key points to investigate for diagnosing and resolving the error. Click on the left or right thumbnail to watch our next videos, and subscribe. Thank you.